Thoreau will catch it, carefully lay it out, and then wheel it for you.
Destiny will dismount and hop on into it. And she'll say, "Thanks, Mike."
And then just as quickly as you sit down, there is a console in front of you with what looks to be the drive kind of situated inside of it.
Just like, oh, is this a drive?
It is not an amp drive, not in any traditional sense. It contains a series of encrypted images. I want you to look at them.
I will. I'm not gonna fight that. So for clarity too, Sean, we had talked about last time. Okay, good. As long as you remember you had plans for that, I'm gonna go ahead and just give this a quick precursory look.
Hell yeah.
All right. Where?
Sorry, you cut out what?
Why am I cutting out? What the fuck?
I don't know. I think it might.
Maybe that'll help. Where did it at?
One more time.
I'm sorry, Sean. Yeah, it's fading out.
What the fuck? My mic is not moved. God damn it. Where's the plug going?
Oh, do I have to plug it into something? I was just looking at it on the console that Throw gave it to me on.
Yeah, I would assume I have like a console I could present them with. If not, then I would bring them back to my amp.
Yeah, you need to plug it into your amp specifically to look at what's going on with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I will help you up there.
All right, I'll jump in. No, not the administrator. Oh my gosh. Epitaph. Jump in Allison's back. I'll jump in Epitaph.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Plug it in and take a look with my 5 crafts. Six crafts. Don't shortchange myself.
God damn.
All right. You see the same thing that Thoreau was looking at, which is a series of it just looks like really shitty JPEGs, but you realize that this is a front. This is someone trying to put up some kind of they're trying to make this thing look like it's a piece of shit, like knockoff made fucking in a basement. I'm gonna try to sell a really rare drive in a market somewhere and make a bunch of money off of it, even though it's not an actual thing. They're trying to disguise it.
Cute.
And then if you dig a little deeper, though, you notice that there is a specific series of pilot controls that you can do to kind of unlock it to an up, down, left, right kind of code.
Nice.
And you actually managed to get into what is a very strange looking interface that lists a bunch of numbers on one side of the screen, and then it has a bunch of smaller just squares on the right side. And just situated all around that is some familiar stuff, reading out like power levels and distance measurements, but they're not connected to anything, so it's just a bunch of zeros.
Destiny, do you have fate points or no?
So I don't have any.
I have one fate point. I was gonna try. Sean, kind of, if I could be, I would be watching Destiny over this and glancing at the screen. Could I use lore to try and parse out what's going on?
Give me a lore.
Cool. Do you want to add a 1 to me?
I absolutely would add a 1 to you.
All right. So
Is she not kind of busy, having done the first thing?
What's up?
I mean, I'm working on it with them.
Yeah.
Lore is a different kind of thing for this.
All right.
All right. So you're trying to parse what exactly the function of what this thing is.
You got it. You got it.
Okay. So it would seem as though this is a primary command console for commanding, at the very least, 200 separate units.
Are they
units?
active?
I mean amps.
Jesus Christ.
They are not currently active.
All right. So this is just the chip you would use to do that.
Yep, it's the It's basically just the mainframe of that. It's the big old. It's whatever someone would be looking at if they had an entire force that they wanted to command at that moment.
This is what Roland Steinreich was promised.
But I don't know if he knows what it does, mate. This is big.
Yes, it is. One wonders what he paid for it.
We can't go in under the assumption that he made a deal specifically for the chip, knowing what it does, but it's something we need to consider.
Thoreau is going to unplug it, and then they are going to firmly place it in your hands, Destiny.
She'll clench her hands around it, and she'll say, "For now, it's better if we hold on to it." Says, well, we're gonna give it to the. She doesn't want Steinrich to get his hands on it yet. She says, before we talk to the captain.
Ryla is going to look around inside of this massive hangar that she's not familiar with, and she's going to go, "Oh, you guys are NEF, and you are strapped."
Allison's gonna look over and call whatever fucking soldiers are around and say, "Can someone please detain her?"
Right. One security dude will walk up, and she'll be like, "Hey, what gives? I'm just trying to get out of that stuff, just like you guys."
No, my friend.
Yeah, hey, guy whose amp I borrowed. You could put in a good word for me, right?
Yeah, 1 second. Where's Manny?
Right over here. I was just trying to watch everything happen.
What do you over here? How?
Like I was hanging out in front of PTK.
Okay.
Just kind of watching everybody disembark.
Shadowblades is going to walk over in the hangar to PTK. Hey.
Manny's on the ground in front of PTK, so he'll look up at Shadowblades. Okay.
I punch PTK on the arm while it's not commandeered.
Oh my god.
You hit my freaking amp, dude!
Manny's just gonna look up. What?
Or defend if you want to defend.
No, I'm outside of it.
Okay.
So he has to take it on the chin. Manny's just gonna look up at it and he's just gonna be like, "I was trying to stop her from getting away from it, man."
You hit my amp, bro. So take that. Don't rub it or you'll look like a sissy. And the amp will point down and march back to its dock.
He's gonna look over to Allison and he's gonna say, "Sarge, if I may."
What is Manny asking for?
He's gonna look over. He's gonna elaborate. Sorry, I took a breath. The electrical impulses in my heart, Juliet. I don't get enough air. It's just, my blood pressure, Juliet, it's low.
I don't know what I can do from here, but all right.
Doesn't sound like my problem.
Juliet is the fucking lady who got the 9/11 call from the plane. Like, okay, we're gonna figure this out. He's gonna say, I am used to dealing with, people that make the wrong calls, like Ryla. I don't know what the NEF system's gonna do with her, but if you leave her with me, I could maybe try to get her on some kind of right track, see where she came from, how she got to where she was.
She's staying in the room that she's in now. If we get the go-ahead, you can talk to her, but I'm leaving that up to Lieutenant Zhao.
Fair.
Ryla, no!
My ass.
Is he running already through?
Yeah, in the
She's been
background.
taken off.
Yeah, in the blurry background of your conversation, Chapel is chasing the apprehending guard like a little boy.
At this moment, Steinrich bursts through the doors from the other hangar. All right, where's that drive that I got?
You mean that we got?
that I set out for. Where is it?
You mean the one that you almost got all of us killed over? Again.
That's exactly right, Manny. Where is it?
Allison's gonna put a hand up for everyone to just stop talking, and she's gonna say, we're all gonna go take a little walk over to Lieutenant Zhao, and you can see it as we hand it over to her.
He's going to go silent at that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Destiny's actually gonna start wheeling toward Allison toward the exit.
Did you guys come out?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you guys come out of the mech last I knew you were?
Yeah. We're climbing out at this point.
Okay.
Did Discord always do this, or is it a terrible thing they introduced to just auto duck other people's audio if anyone else is talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always done that.
It's always done.
Has that been forever? Because it seems to just be annoying me in 2021.
I think, probably a new feature, quote unquote.
Real dog shit audio. Seems like they had it perfect before because I don't remember having complaints, and then one day everything got somehow audibly blurry.
Well, so when people in regular servers talk over each other because they don't have decorum to wait when other people are speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Call me out.
Other people, I won't name names.
Well, it's like when we invited Travis McElroy to come on for an episode, and he just talked over
the whole
everybody.
time.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable with Dave knowing that name in context.
Is it weird that I'm modernized now? Like the other day when I tagged computer specs. It's weird 2021, Dave, right?
You shouldn't know my culture. Usually it's Travis McElroy. Sounds interesting.
Yes. Hey, who's that?
You know Mega Man. That's all you know.
About him, You're like, shut the fuck up! I didn't say Napalm Man.
Stick where you know.
Real quick, Sean, I want to try and use a stunt in order to reason out something or an aspect of Steinrich's. Because I want to figure out where he's coming from and what his intentions are. Kind of what his objective was.
His objective. Okay. What are you rolling?
So yeah, the way this works, it's basically lore in place of empathy.
Okay.
So usually it's deceive to defend from this.
Okay. Well, he wears his fucking douche on his sleeve, so... Alright.
Alright, what style?
So you want to know his intent in getting the right?
Yeah, let me clarify. Thoreau is extremely skeptical of where he lies and what his business is. They think that his actions are not above board. They're trying to understand what the possibility, where he might be working from if he has a secondary objective or what his goals are.
Any aspects contain that contain his motive.
You can read that this dude felt like he was being shown up by the new kids on the block, and the reason why he went after this was he was able to get a tip that no one else could, and he moved in on it. You do not inherently get anything from him that would seem without speaking to him or investigating him, but it seems like this dude's just pretty up forward that he seems like he's a little feeling trepidatious about actually reporting to the lieutenant about this little excursion that he did, but
sojourn.
Beyond that, he doesn't seem to have had any others, from what you can tell. He's not really hiding the fact that he wanted to go out of his way to get this thing. And that's it.
Okay.
Got a big ego.
Yeah. Roland Steinrich, the drive has been acquired. The job is done. Your input to that task will be weighed accordingly.
And you guys will hear over the intercom. Let's see. Seed Tasks Team reports to the bridge. All members of the Seed Task Force.
It's us.
Yep. And this random guy starts going in. Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. That a girl, Destiny.
I fucking love Devin Rarity. He's my favorite crew member. Yeah, you guys are passing through and hearing incidental noise from Chapel standing at Ryla's holding quarters.
She just doesn't know how to drive. She only just got her license. It was an accident. It wasn't
Stay
even
away
on
from
purpose.
the door. Stay away from the door.
I'm away
Stay
from the
away
door.
From the door.
I'm not
Stay away
doing
from the door.
anything.
Stay. Hey, I'm gonna pull the gun on you if you move.
Danny.
Pull a gun on me then, coward.
Danny is gonna detour
Pulls
to
the
the
gun on
kitchen.
you.
He's gonna detour to the kitchen and he's gonna come back with like whatever the equivalent of Chef Boyardee is in a can, and he's just gonna be tossing it like a softball in his hand, and he's gonna whistle for Chapel.
That's condescending even for Chapel, and he's gonna turn over and go.
I'm not hungry right now, Mr. Robot Man. This guy's gonna shoot. I'm about to fucking slam this guy's butt.
What are you gonna do? Huh?
I'm gonna slam your butt.
I gotta do shit.
I gotta kick him in the butt.
Chapel, we gotta go, man.
Okay.
Like, it's not even tactical. Like, I make sure to go in an arc around him and hit him right on the ass of his pants with my boot.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What?
Counters, counters it with a.
Ah!
Catches it like he's in the Matrix. Catches it like Morpheus and just fucking throws you back. I said, stay away from the door, sir.
You better watch out, Henry, if that is your name.
It isn't.
I creep around the corner, making eye contact with him and not saying anything.
That. All right. So y'all make your way to the bridge. Hold on. All right. Drag yourself.
I'm so tiny.
Yeah,
Birds
this
on my
place
shoulder.
actually makes you smaller.
Lieutenant Jha likes you to feel insignificant.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's kind of true. Being smaller.
I'm scampering around on all of the controls. I'm currently transcribing the report, and I'm jumping up and down on each of the keyboard keys to press letters.
The lieutenant will have you guys all basically form a line as you're kind of expected to, I guess, if you come in here, and she's going to look to Steinrich. She's going to say, "You." He's going to salute. "Yes, ma'am. I want you to leave." But ma'am, I'll speak with you later. But ma'am, the drive, I will speak with you later. And Steinrich is going to leave with his tail tucked between his legs.
Chapel, this is your chance.
Wow, looks like Steinrich's in trouble.
You have to.
Come on! I'm channeling my evil energies into the dice. No.
Gives you a bird as he walks out.
he just doesn't say anything. He just puts his arm around Chapel's mom on his way out the door.
I have a feeling one of these days Declan's going to get it in the perfect like, I don't know. Steinrich's going to be holding onto his hands and he's going to let go and do a little bit and he's going to give him one at some point someday.
Poor choice of words.
Chapel, don't let me go. A very poor choice of words. And then I let him go.
I was really specific.
She will look to all of you, and her mood will decidedly change and be not necessarily one of mirth, but she's much more, well, I guess much less cold than she seemed when you guys first came in here. She's going to relax her stance. She's going to say, "Well done, all of you, for bringing my wayward flock back to me." She's going to say sarcastically.
Yes, ma'am.
Now then, I believe you retrieved some drive that Well, Steinrich, unfortunately, went on a what would have been a wild goose chase for her, but it seems you actually got something out of it.
He got a proper lead. Mishandled the information, but drive was there. And Destiny will hold it up and she'll say, "This is it. CM drive."
She will motion to not Declan over here.
Shoemaker's going to show up.
And he will plug this into one of the consoles over here and display it on the main screen up here. And this dude is he's a crafts and lore whiz, so this guy will bring up the thing that you already got, as Declan usually, he's really good with computers. So
I'm the tech tips guy.
You guys will see the same display that Thoreau and Destiny were looking at earlier, and Luthia was sort of holding up her arm with the other, and she'll say, "So what is it exactly that I'm looking at here? Can one of you explain that?"
Pictures.
You're looking
one
at
of
a
you who is
command
not
console. A command console, a complex piece of tech, able to control up to 200 separate amp units.
Wow, those are all separate units this thing controls.
That is correct.
And how did they fit that all on one drive? Oh.
Trust me, I'd love to figure it out.
That is quite impressive. A very good find, despite the detour that it took for us to do. I would say it was worth it. I suppose, in a roundabout way. No one got hurt under that, but...
Well, I wouldn't say that around Steiner's crew.
But it is true. The costs were minimal. All personnel was returned, along with the amps.
Oh, there was a fancy lady! I was supposed to... can we swing back?
She will disregard Chapel, and then she'll make a note. Ah, yes, the other two. They've already been notified. Steinrich, I have something special planned for him. Oh. Regardless, you all can rest easy. We'll be making our way out of this place within the hour, if possible. So, she's going to walk over to one of the intercom things, and she'll call out, Dr. Shoemaker, there is a specific piece of tech I think that we should put in your care until we get ourselves out of Malta. And you might want to take a look at yourself up here in the bridge.
Sorry, running.
There's just steps.
Yeah.
He's going to wait for a moment. Dr. Shoemaker. Well, I assume he's on his way. Regardless, you all are dismissed for now. I would say if I were going to give you all an evaluation here and now, you performed beyond expectations. And even though there were some slight detours, and she'll kind of look towards Thoreau, and then look slightly towards Destiny as well, I would say this all came out better than I expected initially, to be honest. I think that the Lieutenant Commander will be impressed by your performance.
Thank you, Lieutenant Zhao. How do you say her name? Zhao.
Ja.
Okay. I would like to request that I stay for a moment.
Oh, of course. The rest of you, you're dismissed unless you also have something to speak of.
Briefly, Commander.
She's a lieutenant. Good, I'm glad I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to stare at you.
Chapel is going to start walking the room with his hands folded behind his back because this is what mature people act like.
There are some interpersonal relationship issues I feel like I need to personally address. I've come to understand it over the course of this op that there's some unrequited feelings amongst us. Allison Hendricks,
Oh, God.
would you please tell Mr. Robot Man that I think he's too attached to me and it's compromising his mission ability?
Oh my god.
I tactically watched him make a couple mistakes, all for the sake of reconnaissance and assassination op, and the math just doesn't add up. I don't think it's for the best that we maintain a relationship.
Allison's gonna say, your observations have been noted, and I've already discussed it with him once. However, if you write up a report, we can have that reviewed.
Destiny's gonna look at Manny and go, "Is he breaking up with you, mate?"
You know, I think so.
Of course, Allison Hendricks.
I'm going to walk over to the ensign and whisper in his ear.
Do you know how to write reports?
The technician will look at you. I guess.
Can you write one
I'm
for
busy.
me?
No, I'm busy. What are you? Get away from me.
I'm going to grab his hand.
Oh, no.
Get away from
I'm start pulling him out of the room with me.
No.
Lieutenant John's going to nod over to the guards by the door to move in on Chapel, unless anyone else stops.
No.
Let's just say, Chapel, can you let go of the ensign? We'll discuss it later.
That's fine. I know how to write reports myself.
She's just going to look at you as you leave, I guess.
What was that roll for?
That's a deceive.
Oh.
He does
wait.
not
He
know
knows
how
how
to
to
write
write
reports.
reports.
Fuck. Roll 20. I don't want to refresh.
Hold on, I'm gonna have one guy do that. I'm gonna have one guy check. What is it for checking to see? What is
Empathy.
it? It's, empathy? Okay.
The most empathetic soldier on board.
He
He believes I know how to write a report. He just thinks I'm lazy.
Yeah, one soldier that you walked past, he goes, all right.
I think this guy's gonna be all right.
He's gonna be just fine.
Guy puts his hands on his hips and nods.
He's just about to fucking take you away in cuffs, but he's like, all right.
And the shot as I exit the room is the Breakfast Club ending where I put my hand in the air and it freeze frames.
I was gonna say that you have just a strip of toilet paper on your boot this whole time as you walk out. Anyway, the lieutenant will look to all of you. She has not said a single thing this entire exchange. She's just kind of already deleting it from her mind.
Thoreau is going to make a turn to leave with whoever else is going, but they will stop for a moment and turn their attention to Jaw and say, I do have a recommendation. Proceed in the NEF console.
Go on.
Malta is a resource-rich satellite. Giving up would be a tactical failure. The cost and benefits of that endeavor should be weighed.
All right, then. I'll put that in a report.
They will leave.
And he's gonna watch with a kind of crooked smile as Thoreau finds the words to convince her to look into this that he couldn't earlier.
Destiny will ask, where do you want me to report, Lieutenant?
Yes, Destiny, I would like you to take a look at the DFAD while you have some time. I believe that Shoemaker's already has some diagnostics set up for it that you could perhaps run, and double check his work if you would.
She'll hold up like a little okay, and she'll say, fair enough.
It should be in his office. The code is 0101.
Did he make the? Never mind. It's not important.
It's not really an important code for what we're looking for at this moment, so you can just use that.
She'll nod. She'll look over at Manny and Allison, and she'll wheel out. Yeet.
Manny will say, I suppose I'm gonna go eat a pint of ice cream in the canteen after that vicious breakup. Just gonna kind of nod to. Oh.
Yeah, Manny, remove your, just remove the aspect with Chapel.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's just gonna say John Chapel must die.
There you go. Actually, if you depending on how you feel, you could have one that is like that is negative towards Chapel if you like.
Yeah, maybe
or
next
you feel
time.
like he's processing it.
It's gonna be "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette. But he's gonna hold up a hand, and he's actually gonna go towards Ryla's cell.
Okay. And Allison, you had a word to.
Allison's going to say, Lieutenant Zhao, we have acquired an extra person who is attempting to steal one of our amps. I do not currently know who she is, but I suspect Manny will be able to get something out of her. Is there anything else that we should do with her in the meantime?
She was attempting to steal one of our amps, specifically?
The Shadow Blades, she was attempting to flee in it, specifically.
Oh, I see. She sounds like she's one of the common rabble on Malta. I would say that we could honestly drop her here. It would be a lot of red tape that we would have to go through if we were going to take her with us, and attempts to get her in prison somewhere else on a facility. It's not a headache that we need to deal with right now.
Great. I would prefer to deal with her as few times as possible. On another note, I would like to discuss with you what you plan to do with Sergeant Steinrich, if you're willing to divulge at all.
Oh. I am going to proceed with a full court-martial of...
Damn!
Oh.
He'll be stripped of his rank, and potentially he will be completely removed from service upon the completion of said trial.
Should have let him die. Would have been easier.
Allison's gonna raise an eyebrow, and she's going to say, well, I do quite like paperwork. If you need any help with that, let me know. And can I do my, I have a rapport boost if I have previously established good relationships. Would you say that I have one with Lieutenant Zhao?
I would say so.
Okay. Come on!
Yikes.
Oh my gosh.
Reroll it, be
Come
remembered.
on. Huh?
Reroll it, be remembered.
Be remembered.
I don't have a fate point.
Ah.
It happens.
I don't want to be the guy who gives you, who's like, well, you follow the mission, so I'm going to give you a fate point.
No.
Yeah, I'm not
Be
gonna
what
do
it
that.
is.
It's what it is. What was your intention with that specifically? Just to like as an extra, or you wanted to get out of that?
I just want to be nosy.
Okay.
Allison likes to get in everybody's business, so.
She will. She doesn't seem to be guarding this too much around you because you are of a higher rank. She will say, "There is no room for that kind of conduct within the NEF, as I'm sure you're aware. We have a vast enemy that has the means to, frankly, bring most of our fleet to its knees if they so desired, and they had the right attack. We can't allow for any kind of weak links in that regard. And I believe after much examination that Master Sergeant Roland Steinrich is a weak link.
Damn.
And that will be inside the report at the top of the page, if possible. Now, of course, she's going to start to take a few steps. This is all pending what the Lieutenant Commander, Nathaniel Lakes, thinks Steinrich should be dealt with in such a way. If he does not, then my report will be completely useless, and, well, long story short, Steinrich will remain in active duty, though I will absolutely command that he is not on my ship.
Yes, I'm sure the lieutenant will try and keep one of his favorites around. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
There might just be, but for now, just go and relax, Sergeant.
Looking forward to it, and Allison salutes and heads out.
She'll salute back and turn back to the main console as you guys begin to drift over the Malta wastes once more, rapidly heading towards the docking bay. So let's go back to the main ship part here. Yeah. Right, so y'all were heading to various places, I believe.
Yes.
No.
Manny, let's check in with you first, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was just heading to where Ryla is.
Yep. She's down the cell in the middle here.
Okay. Do I have to talk to Vinny over here first?
Mm-hmm. He's standing guard.
He's gonna approach and he's gonna say, "Hey, Manuelito Latour. I was on the SEAL team that went in and extracted the DFAB. Talked to my sergeant. Said I might be able to have a word with the prisoner here."
Oh my god.
Sorry, didn't think that was gonna make that noise.
Fucking
But it did.
Transformer.
He breathed through.
It sounded like a Reaper from fucking
That was me turning the mic towards me because I'm craning my neck, and I was just like, Mac's not in this scene, so.
But the Reapers are.
But the Reapers are here. The guy just runs away in fear.
He will look at you, and then he'll start to say something, and then he'll tap a finger to his ear, and all right, sure thing, Latour. No weapons allowed inside, so he's gonna hold a hand out for your pistol.
Manny will unstrap the pistol from his leg. He will then take 2 knives, another pistol, and then 2 batons out of his jacket and from behind his back. He'll lift up a pant leg and take another knife and hand that to him.
He will take all this, and then he'll reach his hand out and like raise his brows. No, he's not gonna do that.
And then he takes your hand off.
Yeah.
Come on, the other. We know where it's hidden, Latour.
Come on.
Yeah, he dare interrupt your ass.
Okay, yeah, he's
Wasn't caught.
he puts the fucking weapons on a table next to him and starts putting blue gloves on.
Ghosties himself to get the fucking gun out.
Yeah, no, it's fucking
Takes the gun. He takes the inordinate amount of weapons, which I mean, it's not like cartoonish, but it is a lot for him.
It's a lot for a person to have, but yeah, quite a few weapons.
He'll press the button on the lock, and it'll open up, and you will see Ryla sitting on the edge of the bed in here, just sort of dangling her legs from it, with like her arms propped on the edge as well, and she'll look over towards you. Oh, hello. Is this the interrogation? Listen, I don't break very easy. Those other guys tried. Didn't work too well.
And he's gonna come and he's gonna sit on this dresser, or probably not a dresser, in a cell, whatever table this is that they would get to write there.
Probably sink or something.
Yeah, he's gonna hop up on the sink, and he's just gonna shake his head, and he's gonna go, "No, I'm not NEF. I'm an independent contractor." And I'll kind of shrug his shoulders, and he'll say, "I kind of had some personal questions. If you got the time."
Shoot.
How the hell did you end up back there on the? Man, what do you call that? Where were they? Water treatment?
The Rustwalker hideout.
Just gonna say, how'd you end up falling in with the Rustwalkers?
Going to laugh a little bit. End up falling in with. That's an interesting way to put that. That is very pathetic story that I don't feel like divulging.
Okay. Well, don't then. But, my God, he just chokes her. He just picks her up off the bed with one hand.
My God.
He's sweating. If they decide to turn you loose, are you just going to get scooped up by them again?
Oh, well, seeing as most of them are toast, I doubt it.
All right. Sharon's men, then. Or whatever is left here, terrorizing the remains of Malta. I'm asking if you've got anything keeping you here.
Oh, this and that. You'd be surprised the kind of stuff you can find in the fringes of humanity. The places where things are really bad.
He's gonna say, I'm sure I would be. Look, in my line of work, I see a lot of good people that make bad choices, and usually it's the people that run instead of fighting, instead of killing. The ones that just want to take off and get somewhere safe, they're the ones that have shit.
How I've heard this.
Come on, this is good!
Oh.
Are you gonna save my soul, whatever your name was?
No, I'm not gonna save your soul. I'm gonna offer. I can try to get you out of this shit show, drop you off somewhere a little bit safer if you want me to do that.
She'll start to smirk at you. Oh, really? You've got that much sway with the higher-ups, huh?
Probably not, but well, I used to be charming, and I think that I might be able to get on Lieutenant Jaw's soft side for one favor. And if I can, I'll use that to squeeze you out of here. But if you'd rather stay, then stay. I mean, if they're not going to lock you up here and have you, I don't know what they do with prisoners, honestly. Probably not anything good.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now, before we go any further. And I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm going to say. Are you ready?
I'm all ears.
You are not in my league. So, if that's what you were expecting from all of this, that's not happening.
He's gonna chuff and he's gonna say, with an ugly mug like mine, no. Plus, I'm probably twice your age. This is a lot less of a pick-up and more of a drop-off. I've seen too many promising kids go to shit. You kind of piloted that amp, like maybe someday you might do something worthwhile in your life. I'd hate to see you turn into another Skarn. Alright?
Who's Skarn?
The guy that got ripped in half by the Scion tech out there.
I don't think she saw that.
Oh. He's just gonna say, he's in pieces in the desert. That's all you need to know.
Oh. Yeah, there's plenty of people who are in pieces in the desert. I don't really know exactly what your angle is here. And I'm not really a person who just takes favors from somebody and is expected to pony up later on.
He's just gonna put a hand up, and I'm just gonna attempt to do one successful fucking rapport roll this entire campaign. Yeah, but I got one aspect to use them on. Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know what? I will re-roll it on number 3. I'll re-roll it instead of making it.
Yeah, the big re-roll. This will go well.
Re-roll it. Do it. Be remembered.
Woo! Woo!
Fate! This game is stupid. It's a stupid game. Why does the dice have 4 sides? Dice have 6 sides. That's how God made them.
Chapel hits send at this moment to Allison's terminal with the report, as I have written above.
He puts a hand up and he's gonna say, "This isn't quid pro quo. I'm not trying to get anything from you. I told you, I'm a bounty hunter. I drag people kicking and screaming to prison cells. Half the time, I like to pretend that they end up with a better life afterwards. I'm not doing my due diligence if I see a scrappy person in a shit situation and I walk away from it, all right? I gotta do some aspect of my job correctly."
You're a bounty hunter. Interesting. The other part of your job is dragging dead bodies to, turn in for money. And I can't help but wonder that maybe that's something that you're trying to make up for in this. I'm not really some lost soul that you need to save, Mr. Latour, was it?
I thought you didn't remember my name.
I guess you got me there.
He's gonna raise his shoulders and he's gonna say, all right, suit yourself. You want to stay here, stay here.
Fine. You know what? You can do me this favor. But I don't owe you anything.
He's gonna stop at the door and he's gonna say, just don't make whatever line of choices led you to that place again, all right? Do better with the second chance. And if she doesn't say anything, he'll leave.
Oh, she's definitely a last worder. She'll say,
okay.
No, yeah.
Fuck you.
I can't make any promises with that.
He'll just shake his head and tap the door with his robot hand on his way out as the gas starts filling the room.
Finally. He looks around like a rat.
He'll get his weapons back. Sean, if you don't want to, there's other people to get to. We don't necessarily have to play out if you want it to be based on a role. I mean, obviously his intent is to ask Ja about taking her long enough to drop her off wherever we go to.
We might go back to that.
I do want Allison to see her once before they let her off the ship.
Sure. But for now, let's go to what's Thoreau up to?
Thoreau would probably be heading towards Destiny and Shoemaker over here. So let's. I can interject in the middle of their scene, but that's where they'd be heading.
All right. Hold on one sec. Just. This easier for myself. Grab that. I'm gonna bring you guys to a fucking board you've never seen.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
It's been here the whole time.
Holy fucking shit, guys.
It's a secret room. It's a ball pit.
Oh, yeah.
It's the ball pit.
It's the nut shack.
Oh, God. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
I'll make her a bit bigger and shit. Go.
Leave Destiny the same size.
Really tiny.
For the whole scene, she's standing 13 feet away from him and they're just yelling across the room.
Is he small or just far away?
The pool. Like, it looks like this reflective surface is water. I'm just like chilling out in it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So instead of there's no plant there. It's just the thing. So Eli is currently looking at panels that are hooked up to this thing through just every wire imaginable, going from every terminal in this place. And he's making mad notes, and he's going to look over at Destiny as she wheels in. Oh, yo, yeah, this thing, treasure trove. It's one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Tell me about it.
It's in perfect condition. It's been slightly modified, and that's what that is what Command is looking for. The ones that have been kind of, because these Scion guys, I hear that their pilots are trained engineers, that they have to be trained in engineering in order to actually pilot one of their, amps that they use. So these guys make modifications in the field to their amps, and this is one of those. It's got a real nice one going on.
So it's what they were looking for.
Oh, it's more than what they were looking for. This is going to get you a nice big commendation, I'll tell you that much, whatever it is you're looking for.
Thank gods for that, at least.
Gods.
Gods, all those
Just polytheistic.
Oh, wow. Multiple of them.
Those Australian kangaroo gods. Oh, babies.
Thank Koala.
and
Wallaby.
they're fucking swimming on have a couple fucking bees.
Apparently I'm still in Glodia.
I guess so.
Yeah. Thank you, Canera. Oh, shit.
Oh my god. That's in character.
Yeah, thank God for that, she says, without the plural.
Yeah, he's gonna nod. He's going to say, Lieutenant said something about you checking my write-ups. I assure you, they're all completely sound.
I'm not even worried about it, but I got in a bit of trouble, so I'm doing a little bit of desk work.
Hey, beats kicking around the sand out there with a bunch of addicts. Am I right?
Well, let's just hope we can get those people help.
No, come on.
Yeah, I was expecting
Shit.
well, you know addiction is a mental illness.
I was gonna say, my joke reaction is gonna be like, those are ill people. They need help out there. So, Eli.
But that is Dusty's character. I do buy that.
I do too.
He's just going to stare at you and go, yeah. Anyway, want to help me? You got a screwdriver on hand? Literally all mine are currently plugged into something else right now.
She'll dig onto her person and remove a screwdriver and toss it to him.
Thanks. And I guess Thoreau would probably enter at that moment.
Yeah, Throw will see them using this device. And just kind of like to the room, they'll say, I need a single edge razor.
Huh?
Strange
What?
request.
You need a razor? He's gonna peek his head from behind this. You need a razor?
Single edge, preferably.
Alright. Throw, when you ask for something, you gotta qualify it first for why you need it.
Yeah. That'd help your case, I think, a little bit.
The hair between my scalp and the impact liner of the hood is irritating.
Oh.
Oh, well. See, that's hardly a problem, but you're not gonna want a razor.
It's how I've always done it.
So we can get you something better.
Yeah, Destiny, I think we should just do what you want, or whatever. Sorry. Whatever you want.
Anyway, relax. I'm gonna roll crafts to see if I can't find what's a better option for
Hey,
this.
did you ever adjust that microphone away from Dave's
I was-
solo performance?
I just noticed. I looked over and it was like 180 degrees away from that.
Fucking fee, fi, fo, and fum just moved that fucking thing over 20 feet.
I keep telling him it's fine to leave in the middle, but he's like, no.
There's a fucking boom mic operator in the living room. Like we're gesturing for him to come closer. He won't say a word. He just shakes his head.
All right.
With the 4 crafts, this is just me trying to justify knowing of something that would be better suited that is not likely to fucking cut you.
Yeah, you know of a small. If you fuck with a small laser tool, that might actually work. That kind of thing. A little laser cutter that you could turn on the lowest setting possible.
Oh, shit. Okay.
She'll roll over, snagging something off of the table, and then kind of fussing with it in her hand. She'll hand it to them. She'll say, try this. This second setting, not the first. You cut your skin, with a laser.
I don't know. You should give them that.
They're gonna give it back. She's waving her hand.
All right.
Do you want this back?
Yeah. I think
I want it back. I want it back. It's mine.
It'll be returned to you. I promise.
When?
Jeez.
As soon as I can get it back to you.
Yeah, all right. Whatever. Well, all right.
That is my promise. It is just like a blank affect. There's nothing, no malice. That is what they're gonna do.
Do they mean what they say, or?
you have it on my authority. I trust them. If they don't bring it back, let me know. If that'll make you feel better.
Yeah. I'll need it at least before we reach that dock again.
Can you do that through?
Yes. They will just nod and leave you to it.
Roll happy. She'll say, wait, one moment, hold up.
Yes.
Thanks for having my back out there. We make a pretty good team.
Destiny Acker. Malleots never work alone.
Oh, I know.
I look forward to working with you.
She'll give you a wink.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, Thoreau will quickly duck their head and then head out of the room.
Thoreau comes. Oh, God.
Thoreau tries not to come.
Oh, but the game makes it so tempting. Mercy from Overwatch, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Within 5 minutes, guaranteed, they said. That was in one, baby.
Mercy got me. It's always a fucking bad model of a popular video game character.
Always.
Like Lois Griffin, why? Whose
fuck.
fantasy is that?
If this were a podcast, I would pay for banner ads and I would make them try not to come, and it would be our faces over whatever the logo is. Or this game will make you come in less than 5 minutes.
Fate courses.
Fate Core Accelerated.
Wow, accelerated.
That's it.
Mercy from Overwatch. We're gonna run that one tonight.
So I think Destiny would just get to work after that.
Okay.
Thinking
All right.
about Mercy from Overwatch.
Goddamn. All right. Let's go over to fucking. Let's go to fucking. What's Chapel doing?
Can we just cut to inside of Ryla's cell? He's like sitting on her bed with a beer.
Okay. Roll a burglary.
Oh, burglary?
Yeah, you're breaking into a cell.
Okay.
Or you? I assume you are.
Yeah. I see. You can see the vent. Well, maybe it's open. I suppose this is pending. God damn it.
I would say you're poking. Your fingers are poking through the vent up top, but it's not quite open.
And she's chilling out on her own, and she just hears a.
She's going to look up. Jesus Christ!
Can't get this open. I guess my heart is not in it today.
I'm just imagining that. There's just a vent with the stupid eyeballs poking through it and a finger going, can't get this open.
Yeah, his fingers
vertically above you.
His fingers are around it like a child's around a chain link fence at the playground, and his bright orange goggle glow is smushed up against the opening. I'm already on the map. What am I doing?
Alright. She's going to look up. Do you want me to help you with that?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm supposed to do anything like that.
You're allowed to do whatever you want. They can't get you in trouble.
She'll shrug. That makes sense to me. stand on the side locker things here, and she'll try to see what she can do here.
Well,
She'll she'll bang a fist on it. It won't open.
It's locked.
It's locked.
He sighs and like he goes and presses the nose of a beer bottle like through the grate of the vent. And he continues trying to push. He's like,
I can't get it through.
Oh, is that for me?
Yeah, I got 2. Because I was really
Oh.
thirsty. But then I wasn't as thirsty. I figured one would do.
Oh, okay. That's nice of you. Hey, why were you not mad about earlier that I totally jacked your amp?
Huh? Oh, no. I know you must have thought that you did some damage to it. That was my asshole friend. Well, coworker. Mr. Robot Man, he saw that you were in my amp. He didn't know I invited you. I couldn't tell them. So he beat up my amp. I got him back pretty good. That wasn't your fault, though.
Okay. You're not mad?
No. I'm sad. Can't hang out. They put you in the cell. I didn't know this would happen. Usually I can get around these places, but... I must say, Ryla, I'm feeling crestfallen today.
Oh. She's going to plop down on the floor, cross-legged. Well, what's your name?
It's Chapel. Here, get a cup.
and then there's a sound, and then liquid starts to pour from the vent
my
onto
God.
the desk
He
below.
doesn't wait for
She's
it.
going to scramble to find something. She finds like a urine sample cup, and that doesn't
Oh.
quite do the trick, but yeah, it gets a little bit in there. There's no urine previously.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a used one.
It's not, they don't leave it. Eli's been working on something.
She sees a shitty cup someone shit in previously to put it. This is a dark universe.
It's
Oh, Game of
fucking
Thrones.
eyeball.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. Gets a little, and the rest goes on the floor. It's not her floor though. She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She knocks it back like a champ, takes a pull of that shit, and then she's gonna wipe her mouth. Huh. NEF stuff's pretty good. Thanks.
My name's Chapel St. Beef.
Saint Beef?
Yeah.
Is that your choosing of a name, or?
No, it's just what I got.
Okay. That's fine.
I got it at wherever you get at the name store.
Name store. Right.
Yeah.
You're a very different person, aren't you, Chapel St. Beef?
People have back.
What was her name?
Bellatrix used to say that about my amp. How it's not really possible to instant to go like it does. That whenever you teleport, you're basically a new version of yourself because all of your cells have just been remade at the destination. But I still feel like me, and I've done it like 100 times. So I don't think I'd feel the same if that was the case, huh?
Says the 268th version of Chapel down to Ryla.
Oh, that explains a lot, I would say.
Yeah, I didn't mean to kill him.
Who?
Nothing.
Okay. Could you pour me a little more? Should kind of shake the cup.
It comes
It
pouring
misses
out of
completely. All right. Does anyone else have anything?
Yeah, he's there's just there's just a wide shot of them drinking together, and then I think we should all end up somewhere. If this is the ending of it, we should end up
Nope.
somewhere together.
It's not the ending.
I was going to say the only other thing that I wanted to do is talk to Lieutenant Ja about Ryla. So
Yeah,
Depending
and
on if
I
you
have
want-
I have a
Oh, that's right.
final word for
Yeah.
Ryla as she's leaving the ship. But I also wanted to know if I'm taking a rest, how long that would be, and if I'd get any of my fate points back. Or if that's too short.
I will say it's a half rest to get like 2 fate points back. I don't know. It's fuck it. You rested.
Yeah, does it matter at that point?
Fuck
Are you
it.
resting?
You rested.
Okay, cool. That's
You're
it for
high
me.
above the Eva. All right, Manning.
All right, so I want to go find Lieutenant Ja, and
All right.
I will go through the proper channels of entering. I don't just kick the door in.
She's in the right same spot where she usually is. On the
Yeah, I
bridge.
see her. I see her name marker on the map, and like the meters steadily decrease as I get there.
Mhm.
And
You see her waypoint, and you're like running around the locked door that should be open, but the map designers decided not. And you're wondering if your game is soft locked or you're forgetting something obvious about getting into the bridge.
yeah, I like don't remember.
Is my game glitch? I had to talk to John first. Okay, whatever. You didn't mark
My
that.
God.
Fucking fine. So yeah, I finally get through the door, and
Okay.
he says, "Lieutenant Ja, I was hoping we could have a word."
Mr. Latour, of course. What is it you wanted to speak about?
Wanted to talk about the stowaway that came back with us, Ryla.
Right. Of course. What is it you wanted to speak about? In regards to her?
What's the plan for her, destination-wise?
We were just planning on dropping her off back at that main bazaar area or at the docks, if possible.
Where was the area that we were initially picked up? That was
Those are outside the bazaar.
no. Not on Malta.
Beginning of the campaign.
Like in the beginning of the campaign.
Talking about Calypso?
Yeah,
Calypso.
probably. Is that an NEF base, Calypso, or that's just a...
It's NEF aligned. It's not necessarily a base. It's got a base there, but it's like, they're like, it's like the local recruitment office kind of thing. It's like you got a station there, but it's not like, it's not specifically a base in of itself. It's a colony.
When we've completed the, when we turn in the results to the mission, I imagine seed teams getting dropped back off of Calypso.
Yes, you'll be evaluated by the lieutenant commander, and then you'll be sent on your way for the foreseeable future, at least, unless there is some other pressing matter.
I would like to request that you surrender Ryla to me for the duration of the trip. You keep her on board, she can remain in her cell, but when I depart, I would like to take her with me. In exchange, you can keep my share of the reward money.
You wish to commandeer a prisoner from the NEF.
Not quite. If you were going to release her back to Malta anyway, I think that she's going to die like everybody else on Malta does. Either addicted to something or riddled with bullet holes. Part of my job as a bounty hunter is recognizing the people. Well, my job is to bring them back, but I can't help but make observations and notice the people that I feel like will do well in the system and the ones that won't. And I think that Ryla has a real shot at being somebody if she can just get a better start someplace else. So rather than leaving her here, just getting her somewhere a little bit safer.
Roll rapport.
Manny.
You always do
stock
so well
boy.
at it. See that one?
First roll
All
athletic.
right.
Do this
Finally.
jungle gym.
Got
I'll
it.
make it a fucking 5. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
Oh, you got it. She'll look to you and she'll say, as much as it will be a pain to have to go through paperwork necessary, and of course the various calls I'll need to make to people, letting them know why we have another prisoner with us at the moment that we actually embark to Calypso. She goes through all this to basically enumerate how annoying this will be for her. She'll finally
Manny
end
will
up on saying,
politely listen, yeah.
very well, we'll drop her off at Calypso. But just know that I am making an exception in this case, and this is definitely not within protocol.
I understand, Lieutenant. You have my sincerest gratitude.
If she ends up in trouble, if she ends up picked up by the local force that's patrolling the area within an hour of her leaving our custody, I'm going to direct them directly to you, Mr. Latour. I want you to be very aware of that fact. You're taking someone who is potentially a wanted fugitive from frankly, a colony that is a band of criminals, and placing her very succinctly within a upstanding colony that has a mostly clean record.
I understand. And I accept full responsibility for whatever happens.
You certainly will, Mr. Latour.
He will nod at that. And that's all I got.
All right.
Sweet.
Anybody got anything else for the ship?
No, I don't think so. I almost want to talk to Roland, but I have no idea what I'd even say.
I did see him earlier and thought the same thing. It's better just
Oh.
to let him be at this point.
Chapel's been sighted just sadly drinking really all the ship's beers, or at least walking around with them. No one really sees him take a sip, and hanging around in the cargo bay staring at his amp.
All right. So some time will pass. Not too long. About half an hour. You guys reach the docking bay area when the ship comes to a halt. And you guys hear over the intercoms, Lieutenant Ja says, Seed Task Force, please report to the hangar bay.
Okay.
That's us.
Chapel's in the establishing shot of the hangar bay. It's a portrait shot of him. He's tipping a beer back under his mask, and then he lifts it and dribbles it out on the floor, and then you get the wider shot of him surrounded by puddles of spit out beer because he doesn't like the taste.
Maybe this one. Blah. Nope.
Yucky. Still yucky.
All right. So, as everyone proceeds that away. Okay, hold on one sec. Let's see. Go. Hold on one sec. You guys will see. Oh shit! Not that. Goddamn roll 20. Lieutenant Ja herself will be joining you guys down here with a complement of soldiers along with her at this moment. And she will look to all of you And she does not look too happy. She looks kind of unsettled, actually, by just the look on her face without any further investigation on that part. She'll look to all of you and say, we've reached a bit of a snag. We are being ordered to disembark here, specifically by one of my superiors.
Where's here?
And the doors will open up, and you guys are at the checkpoint area that you guys initially had made out from. Just put this here, grab this. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. And the doors will open up, and the artificial sun will glare. You guys are met with just the... here we go. Yeah. You're met with the area that you first had embarked from, and out here waiting is a absolute full complement of NEF soldiers all lined up, Rams lined up similarly, just seemingly ready to tear someone a new one. So everyone can place yourself onto this board.
All right. Time to get yelled at.
Uh-oh. Nope, not P2K.
This encounter is incredibly difficult, so just don't feel bad if we fail the first time.
Yeah, usually.
If we wipe, we can come back. It's fine.
Quick load.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Where do we need to be, Sean, in this?
just in the middle there. Yeah, about where Declan will be. Yeah, okay, cool.
We were here first.
I was your best.
He was your best.
It's true.
And let's see, Destiny, you are going to notice. Specifically, actually, okay. Yes, Destiny is going to notice, because you did actually notice. The dude who started shooting everybody up in the Rustwalkers is over here. There was the dude who was shooting people who were trying to, the people who were trying to get at Roland. The one guy who started blasting the place up. He's talking to a very decorated-looking NEF officer who is just flanked by a ridiculous amount of soldiers and whatnot.
This was the guy, some of the guys that were in there trying to, get Roland, right?
Mm-hmm. And this dude, at some point, just started lighting everybody else up when you pulled Roland out of there. So, she's going to step forward with a few of these other individuals with her, flanking her, and this lady's going to announce, Lieutenant Jha. Pleasure to see you again. Jha is going to return with, Lieutenant Commander Sykes. That's a honor. Yes, of course. I believe that you have a certain piece of technology with you that you've acquired on this little sojourn, this seed expedition, I believe it's called. I'm not really up on the terminology myself. If you wouldn't mind handing it over to my men. We are, let us say, more acquainted with it than your personnel will be. Lieutenant Jha will look to you all, then look back to her. Yes, of course. One moment. And she'll look to one of the other guys, and she'll say, "Find Shoemaker. Tell him to bring the drive." And this dude will make off back to the ship. In the meantime, this Commander Sykes will look to all of you guys, and she'll say, "So, this is the Little Seed Expedition. You all are quite a motley crew."
Indeed, ma'am. But I would argue that some of our eccentricities are more advantageous than disadvantageous.
Yes, I'm sure you know how to slip through all sorts of cracks, dear. And, oh, Destiny Akka, I'm familiar with your work. You still putzing around with whatever it was, something about fabrication technology, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Did some field testing. It was pretty adept, actually.
Oh, field tests. Perfect. Just what we needed to be funding with our money, of course.
Yeah, the only thing funded so far, so.
Destiny.
She's going to look at Chapel. And what is this thing?
He looks really sentimental for some reason. His shoulders are kind of shaking, and he goes,
I'm your grandson.
and he's like walking over with his arms out.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop him.
Yeah, just keep moving.
Are you actually walking over with your arms out?
Yeah, they're kind of
no.
they're kind of low. They're in the low hugging reception position.
Roll fighter or athletics.
Yeah, I was hoping to lose that one.
This dude gives you a rifle butt to the chest
Ah!
before you even get within like 5 feet of her.
What the hell, man? It's my grandma.
Well, it's not your grandma.
That's her mom.
And he points to Ja.
Thank you, Olson.
Dickhead.
On second thought, I don't really want to know what this thing is, to be honest.
Douche.
You're... And she's just going to stare at you, Manny.
He's just gonna look back at her and he's gonna say, Tuhan Manuelito Latour.
Quite a mouthful without any title preceding. Interesting.
Oh my
The
god.
title is Tuhan. It means teacher.
Oh, of course, right. Yes. She's going to look to the right. A Malleot. Now that is interesting. You know, Malleots usually come in pairs, don't they?
They do. I'm sure this is some kind of disappointment. The same disappointment you must be feeling towards Roland Steinrich.
Thoreau.
Oh, Steinrich. His eyes are bigger than his stomach, that one. Can't quite understand what exactly he's wanting to get out of this career. Well, that's what he calls it anyway. I'm sure he'll end up a smear on the side of a colony somewhere, blasted apart by, well, any Scion pilot. He's never gotten a single kill, by the way, just in case you were wondering.
Damn!
Lieutenant Jaw's going to turn. Commander Sykes, what exactly is the reason for this hold? We are completely within our jurisdiction for taking technology that is, well, out of our... And she's going to turn back. Oh, no. Lieutenant Jaw, I am not overstepping anything in this regard. This is something specifically requested from certain individuals higher up on the food chain than you or I. And
It's my great grandma.
They shoot.
Very low empathy. Yeah, I don't know anything.
Who's that
Destiny is gonna kind of like shoot a discreet look at Throw, just kind of contemplatively.
Can I roll a lore too to see if I understand?
Lore.
Okay.
What are you trying to understand?
Just like what higher up she could be talking about, just based off of what Allison knows.
You could tell that she is talking about not lieutenants, not commanders. She's talking about generals and actual like commanders.
Damn.
People who run entire fleets and orchestrate entire battles, sway the movements of the wars that happen. And with that, that's all you're going to get with one. Eventually, the DFAT is brought out by being hefted by a couple of the troops, and Eli's in the front. And they'll just bring it to the side, and Eli will just say, What the hell is... Oh, ma'am. And he'll just salute. And Sykes will look over. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I meant the drive that you all have. And Eli will look to her and then look back at the D-pad. Oh, are you sure? Sykes is going to look to her men, and they are going to follow them back inside, leaving or taking the DFAD back, and Eli's going to remain. Why do you? I just I don't. What's going on? Oh, nothing to worry about. We're just securing some technology. You see, while you all were here enjoying yourselves in the Maltasan, there's been a bit of a development that has occurred. There's a specific piece of technology that a few of my men have been trying to acquire from this place for just, well, frankly, far too long, and time is up. That is all. And Zhao's going to look over to her and say, what exactly has come up? What do you mean?
Is New Earth okay?
Oh, she's going to look over to Destiny. That remains to be seen.
What do you mean?
Oh, I better just show you, actually. This is a better idea.
Destiny suddenly looks kind of panicked.
Oh, no.
She holds up a comm device. It doesn't have any display, but she doesn't seem to need any kind of display. She presses a button on the side of it, and hope everyone's volume on the music is turned up slightly, not too loud.
Yep.
To the people of the New Earth Alliance, you have made humanity into a grim parody of itself, failing to heed the lessons that history has taught us in our long voyage amongst the stars. We shall not suffer because of your greed. Not again. To the people of the New Earth Alliance...
Why's it playing?
Chapel's propaganda reflexes kick in, and he puts a fist up and goes,
Go Scion!
No.
not knowing what it means ever, just knowing the stimulus and the reaction expected.
Heads turned towards you.
Allison's just going to put a hand on his shoulder and say, he's just a little confused.
That's what you say at events when there's news.
Not here, Chapel.
For any of you who are unaware of one General Zamrastal, one of the head playmakers of the Scion military, that was his declaration of war on us, and they are moving their fleet into this quadrant as we speak.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
So, we are going to get all the technology we need from this place, and then we are going to scuttle it.
Wait, but there people still down there. I mean, not on either side of the gangs, but there's an entire city.
This entire colony represents a weak point, one that Cyan has specifically exploited in the past, Destiniaca, and we will not allow them to have that kind of advantage again.
Well, then why not pull the people out?
We have. They're all here.
Ugh.
Yep.
These are just our people. They're civilians.
These are the people that can afford Destiny Hacker.
And these guys will return with the drive in hand, and this big dude will specifically hand it over to Sykes. She will take it, and she will look to everyone here, and she will just say, "You've all done a great service for the New Earth Alliance. I want you all to remember that. Now then, you all can reboard your ship." And she'll turn to Lieutenant. "Lieutenant, you are free to go, of course. Take the DFAD back for inspection, as you are, well, expected to do. And think no more of this colony, as it will not be there to think of."
Yeah.
Guys, come on. Grandma said we had to go.
Throw will be crunching their fingers in their gloves, but they will follow.
Yeah, Allison will just be saluting.
The lieutenant will salute her, and salute Sykes, that is, and then she'll turn to everyone and nod for everyone to get back on the Diamond Lance. Does anyone stay behind?
Nope.
That's a terrible idea. No.
God. Can I compel myself?
To stay behind?
Not stay behind, but to
argue.
to argue.
Oh, I mean that two sides one would probably be a great
You
aspect.
can. That's quite a good aspect for that.
Alright, I mean, I'll do it. Destiny, having been kind of like stuck there, she'll kind of like beat her fist against the wheel and say, we have better than that. We're better than just leaving them there.
Allison's going to walk around and stand in front of Destiny and look at her.
Manny is going to do the same thing. He's also going to come around to Destiny. He'll probably put his head, like, he'll be on, like, the other side.
Lieutenant Jazz is going to turn around, but she's not going to... She will stop, but she's not going to say anything, and the other soldiers will stop because they're just, following her command.
Under a hushed tone, Allison's going to say, "Destiny, I'm asking you, play your cards wisely. Is this where you want to end your career?"
I don't have a career, Allison.
I'm provoking you.
I'm for it. Hold on, let's see. Where is my will? Alright. I'll chief 2 mental for now.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll say, I don't have a career, Allison. I haven't had a career since I laid my idea out on the table. I make amps.
Okay, let me put it another way. Do you want to die here?
Damn.
Because they will leave you here if you cause a scene. She already doesn't like you. Oh, fuck me. What is that? A -3 again? I'm gonna... Oh, God. I'm gonna re-roll.
Let's see what
you and me, we're not playing Fate anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
what's your aim with this? You're just trying to step her down?
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to turn around.
We'll
Yeah.
probably end this and have you go to
And
the
this
ship.
war.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. Hey, big chance to throw some more damage, Allison.
Senor Gorbachev, tear down these walls.
I'm gonna be mad if it's not
Oh.
significant difference.
Reroll though, you gotta reroll.
I'm very into rerolling.
Please.
I'm gonna use doesn't know the word now.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Okay.
reroll.
I'm guessing a 5.
Oh, you're gonna kill her!
Holy shit.
That'll do it.
All right, that's a moderate consequence.
You gonna take it?
Yeah,
What?
Make sure not to
I
forget
want to
that
give
next
Manny an opportunity
campaign.
to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Manny will. He's gonna put a hand on your shoulder. And it's not gonna be a good roll because he never does with rapport.
Guys, you're gonna get.
Oh, he did it!
Ooh.
Not bad.
He's gonna look down and he's gonna say, "You know more about war than anyone here, except for me because I was a soldier in it, and except for Sarge because she's a soldier." Let me dial that back. That's a dumb thing to say. I hit the fucking rewind button.
That's
He's
actually
gonna
more of
say-
a one rapport kind of sentence.
Yeah, he's gonna say, "I know you're no stranger to war. Given your history, given all of our history, we know what's coming next. We need to be smart. We need more allies than enemies right now. It sucks, but you gotta swallow your pride. We gotta keep going forward while we figure this thing out, okay? You're no use to anyone dead."
She will sigh through her nose, looking at the two, and then very frustratedly, she'll pitch on a wheel and make a very
Run over
sharp
Manny's foot. Ah!
run over, do a wheelie. No, she'll pitch on a wheel and make a really sharp turn, and she'll start back for the ship.
She just comes back doing donuts. Like,
You guys
we
are
don't
gonna
know what
get
to
in
do.
trouble. Hurry!
All right.
She spins and wheels over Manny's foot, and there's just a sort of light cracking, like and he rubs at his foot, and it lingers on the shot. And then at the cutaway to like 6 months later, it's all of us docking, and Manny has a mechanical foot. No one talks about it.
Yes.
Things got really out of hand after that brief stunt. Chapel's doing a dance like he has to pee because he's really nervous that everyone's still sticking around.
All right. Everyone up now. Everyone stand by. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, everyone's heading out.
All right. This group will exit this scenario. They'll start to walk back to their ship, and you guys will step back onto yours and much more sobered than before, I imagine. Lieutenant Ja specifically says nothing to anybody. She goes straight up to the bridge, without a single word to literally anybody. And everyone just kind of disperses from that.
It's as
Do
I
we
expect.
do we get to keep the big red cube though?
We
We
do.
sure do.
They don't want it.
What was it called?
The D-Fad.
D-Fed these nuts.
As silent as that, you could hear a pin drop.
There's an echo.
There's an echo, yeah. Yep.
Defed these nuts.
Yep. And y'all are left with that's really all that's left in this the fucking moment of that. Does anyone do anything else?
What do I
Is
have to
it-
roll to make a cocktail?
Mixology.
Mixology, yeah.
Roll of crafts. It's a low challenge.
I don't have crafts, so we'll
Doesn't
see.
matter.
If you fuck it up, it's all alcohol.
It's a little on the boozy side.
Got it.
That's
She
okay.
measures with her heart. She's gonna make 2, and she's gonna find Lieutenant Jaw and bring one to her.
What the fuck?
What an ass kisser.
I can't get anything from this woman. I've given my life to you, and all you've done is condescend me. I've done everything for you that you've wanted.
What have you done for yourself, though? Oh.
Oh.
It's just a shot of her stepping into a jacuzzi with Thoreau, and they clink their glasses together.
I mean, I am tied to Thoreau.
No, I do love you going to see John. That's great.
So the last shot of the hangar was Chapel made that joke, and we got a wide echo shot of it, and then just him standing there with both hands out performatively, one at a time, no expression on their faces. Everyone has walked out of the hangar away from him.
I mean, I can't give you a little bit. I think Allison will pat you on the back and say, "Good job today, Chapel. Why don't you go take a break?"
Damn.
All right, then he's got a light in his eyes. Physical contact is more than he could have ever hoped for. The final shot is of him in the showers with it running over his full suit, tipping a beer back under his mask.
Spitting it out into the shower.
Spits it into the drain.
Still bad. Throw would try to stop me real quick. She had tried to throw a meaningful look my way, so they would want to follow up on that real.
Yeah, you find her. She's in the hallway. She actually hasn't quite made it down. She seems to be just kneading her brow in her chair. She doesn't even hear you come up.
I've seen this before.
Fuck.
Sorry, you scared me.
Sorry, you're very frightening. The mask, the darkness. You're like a ghoul.
A goblin of sorts. Just not green. Other goblins
Black
aren't
goblin.
green.
Thoreau would just stand there and take it's the best part.
I tried to make it clear to Manny Latour. This is how these things end.
Sorry.
Yeah.
When my mom died.
Oh, Jesus. She walk away.
Jeez.
Thoreau just starts walking.
Just backing up like, no, not that.
I'm in a cutscene, no.
Thoreau would Tom died. Just the door swinging.
Thoreau realizes they're in a cutscene. It's just like, oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
So I said, when my mom died, I thought, surely they had a good reason for what they did. You know, they... And I realized through the years that when her light left the NEF, something went with it.
What?
Hope, I guess. She was really adamant that the NEF could make things better. So much so that she convinced my dad to stay on the colony. But, funny story, my dad was actually...
Old Wayfarer.
Yeah, on the ship.
Yes.
I mean, never officially Scion, but, I don't know. I know this is the way things go. I've been denied 500,000 times because my mech doesn't have a fucking gun on it. So how can it be useful? I'm just frustrated.
You're one person, Destiny Akron. One person can only hold so much. Understand that.
Now I'm terrified because my dad is still on the colony and I gotta worry about that.
They will put a hand on your shoulder and say, job is the same. And so are you. You're where you're supposed to be, doing the job you're meant to be doing.
Thanks, mate. You're a good listener. And if you ever need an ear, I mean, I've got two, though I don't suspect you'd want to tell me much.
Could you return this for me? And then they place the razor in your hand.
Ah. Thanks.
I deliver on my promises, Destiny Akron. I promise to show you the guiding light. I promised you a wealth of information pertinent to your discoveries. I will do what I can to deliver on that promise. But we must do this job first.
I know you're right. It's just gonna get worse for me.
You say it's going to get worse?
Yeah.
It will, they say, not trying to sugarcoat any of it. And that'll be it from them, unless you have something.
No.
Okay.
She'll let them go.
Great.
And she'll go return the tool to Shoemaker.
Shoemaker he's replugging in everything back into the DFAD, but he seems much more morose. He barely even looks at you when you come in.
Chin up, mate.
Chin up. All those people are gonna die. I mean, I'm not a people person, you know that. I'm just kind of a dork who messes around with machines. No offense.
Trust me, none taken.
But like, that kind of stuff, I don't know. I don't know how to process it.
I'm right there with you. Chin up is an expression. Doesn't actually make you feel any better, except it gives you kind of a human connection. Like, hey, I'm right there with you too, and I get it. It sucks. And I feel helpless. And that sucks too.
Yeah, I guess that does pretty much sum up how I feel. Thanks. And thanks for returning the laser.
Yeah. I promised I would. Best thing people like you and me can do is look at our work and make sure we're doing our best. And make sure we're doing our best for the best people.
Right. But after seeing that out there, do you still believe you are?
Goddamn.
I gotta... Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be
Start
miserable.
sobbing.
That's just to see if he's trying to do a leading question to get me in trouble. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Doesn't seem like it.
What an ending that would be.
Get her.
Got her.
Got her ass. No, he doesn't seem like it.
I don't know. I don't always know. I guess that's part of why I'm out here. In my shop, I can't really see everything. And where I came from, the outskirts of the city, could see even less. So, I'm hoping this will all give me better perspective.
Yeah, I guess I feel the same way. I don't go on the missions because I don't know. I'm just not built for it. I'm just not. He just kind of shuts up and keeps working on what he's working on.
Yeah, I think honestly, Destiny's gonna let that hang. Kind of a mutual agreement.
He does suck, yeah.
Yeah, he's not ready for it.
And I think that's it.
All right, and continue? Hey, you brought right, you brought the fucking drinks to the job.
Yeah, Allison's gonna walk in and she's gonna say, Lieutenant Jaw, I realize this may not be the most appropriate thing, but, figured you might need this. And if you don't, more for me?
She's going to look at you. She's going to crack half of a smile at you, and she's going to walk over and take the drink in hand. Thank you, Sergeant. Well, just thank you. And that's all she says.
I imagine tensions are high for everybody right now. If you need to let a bit off your shoulder, I've got a pretty strong constitution. And if you want me to roll rapport, I can.
She will. Yeah, roll a report real quick.
Okay. Come on, baby.
All right.
Come on.
Is this a Bordeaux? We're having goat cheese. You can't drink Bordeaux with goat cheese.
She
I can use a fate point if I need to.
Yeah. It's I would say if you want to get a better reaction, you could.
Okay, I'm gonna do Chatty Cathy, prone to gossip, needs to know everything about everyone. And I'm gonna add 2.
Sure. She will take a very stilted sip of the drink that you offered, and she'll look to you. I appreciate it, Sergeant. And I will say, if all goes according to plan, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I have put in for you to get a promotion.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I would hope that such a promotion might lead to you potentially being brought onto my crew for the foreseeable future, and the rest of your group if Lakes sees eye to eye with my assessment.
Allison will say, you're a capable leader, and I would be delighted to join your crew. Although I'm sure Lakes always has his own thing in mind.
Oh yes. We can't forget about him, but... regardless, thank you for, preventing an incident out there. I don't know what I would have done if Destiny got herself into whatever kind of trouble it is that Sykes could manage to conjure up.
Problem, she is very intelligent, and I like how many of my crew are bleeding hearts, but it does get in the way of their ability to listen at times.
That'll change with time. You'll just need to learn a few more leadership skills. It's something that we all learn as we rise through the ranks.
Agreed. I'll take my leave now, if that's all right.
Yes, I think I'll need some time to process all of this. We'll be out of the colony shortly.
Allison's gonna nod her head, and then I still don't know what I want to say to Steinrich, but I do want to kick him around a little bit. So let's go talk to Steinrich.
Yeah, kick him while
him.
he's
Yeah.
down.
Oh, fuck yeah, please.
Get his ass.
Steinrich is down by his amp, and he is attempting to repair the damages done to it.
To his psyche.
Oh, well, that's probably not going well.
Allison's gonna walk in, and she's gonna say, "Roland, I'm surprised they let you around here."
He's gonna look back.
Maybe I'll just throw it out provoke already.
Oh my god.
Wow, yeah.
That is a pretty good passive aggressiveness. I'm surprised you're still here.
Can't
Surprised you're not locked up somewhere.
Can't believe you're not in the brig, you piece of fucking shit. Oh my god.
He is going to look back at you. He already looks like he's been crying.
No.
Oh,
He's going to attempt to put up some kind of defense.
Oh, no.
And he's going to just say, "Yeah, whatever."
It's not as fun if you don't put up a fight. Allison's gonna walk over and she's gonna hand him the rest of her drink.
Aww. She throws it in his face.
Eat shit.
He's going to stare at you for a while, and then he's going to not take the drink and continue working on the foot. And he's
Try to
going
kiss
say,
you.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
I hate it.
say,
I don't like it.
Is he just gonna?
I got all those people killed.
All of who killed Roland?
All the people in the colony. He's going to stand up, sort of pointing his wrench at nothing in particular. They wouldn't have known about that thing if I didn't go after it. They wouldn't have found it.
Roland, the people on the colony who are dying, it's not because of the chip. It's tactical. It would have happened regardless.
He's going to stare at you. His eyes go wide. He looks at you like a kid looks at somebody who's revealing just groundbreaking. Like, you just told him that Santa Claus isn't real.
Whoa, wait,
He's going to
what?
say, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?"
Have you not heard anything, about what just happened?
No, I mean, why would they do that, though? We don't do that. Scion does that. We don't do that.
Oh.
Allison's just going to put one of her hands on his arms, and she's going to say, "I would like to reassure you. I would like to say that they don't. They very much are."
What the fuck? He's going to step back from you. What do you mean? Didn't you say anything to stop them from doing that?
What was the name of the lieutenant?
Sykes.
Commander.
Oh, Commander. Did you hear that Lieutenant Commander Sykes was here?
Yeah, some people were talking about some bigwig. I don't know who that is, honestly.
All the way to the top, Roland. I'm not about to get myself killed for no reason. And you shouldn't either.
But we don't do this.
I think you'll see more of this coming up soon. And you're gonna have to reckon with whether that's something you can live with or not. Zion just declared war.
He's going to look up at his amp. Then he's going to look over at you. And he's going to look at the glass and he's going to take it finally. He's going to have a drink of it. He's going to say, what are we supposed to do then?
And kind of just dryly laughs. And she goes, it's not really much we can do. We don't have much power, do we? And you, she pokes him a little bit, are probably going to be facing some consequences. Unless Lieutenant Lakes, stands up for you.
He goes silent. He looks back at his amp. I was just trying to prove myself, that's all. I don't know why that's such a fucking crime.
It is when you put other people's lives at risk. And it is if you show them that you are not responsible and you can't listen. That's the worst thing a cog can be.
I guess you're right. That's all he's gonna say.
Yeah, I think Allison's just going to... We don't have to play this out. I think she's just going to sit around and ask him about himself. It's like casual talk.
All right. Yeah, he'll, I won't make you roll for it. He'll open up a little bit more. He won't be quite as stoic about. Not as aloof, not as much of a douche about it. Seemed to have hit him at a time when he seems to be probably the worst he's been in a while, maybe ever. So he's pretty malleable clay in your fingers.
Yeah, I like to break them apart and build them back up. Allison's best quality.
A little fucked up, Allison, honestly.
Predatory, honestly.
She is divorced, right? Like, there's a...
Yeah.
Last
she's got 2 kids out there, too.
Yeah, she's like, my ex-husband always said I just sucked the life out of the room, you know?
He was a real pushover.
It's a real piece of work, that one.
All right.
As my ex-husband always said, I was always too fierce and creative during sex. It was too much for him.
Yeah. He was always saying shit like that anyway.
I needed a man who wasn't afraid of my spirit.
I need a man. He's just like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
All right. Does anyone have anything else?
I can give Roland a win in the after credits scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that I have necessarily anything else to do beyond the fucking after credits Marvel Stan Lee cameo for Manny.
All right. So you guys have cleared the colony. It's been about half an hour or so since you guys have made your way out into space. And if anyone was checking any of the viewports or anything like that, you would see as your ship is leaving the sector, you just see an implosion occurring further behind the ship.
Jesus.
A bunch of NEF battle cruisers further out from the distance, keeping an eye on the thing as it implodes and then erupts in of itself as you guys speed away off to Calypso.
Go Scion!
Thoreau is just sitting in their bed. Their helmet is playing to the side of them, and they're just waiting to see if they can feel the explosion or not, knowing that they never will.
Chapel is full-on child at a baseball game pressed against the window, and once it goes throom, he's just...
Whoa!
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Do it again.
He tells a random person nearby to do it again.
Manny, what have you got?
He turns to a faceless soldier.
I hope it turns into a cowboy hat.
God. All right. That is. Well, that's pretty much it. Though. All right. Who's got the after credits?
Who's got their
that we
after
do?
credits in order?
Everybody can go in whatever order they want to go. I might want to go close to last.
All right. Mine has no importance. So this is win-win, because either I want Roland to feel a little better, or I'll finally get him. So he's washing his hands, and then the bathroom stall creeps open behind him, and Chapel walks out and starts washing his gloves. And he looks up once, and then down, and then up again, and he looks down, biding his time.
Hey, I was the one who blew up your amp. It's really funny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what?
Using everything in my arsenal.
Right. Let's see.
Just.
He says nothing to you.
Oh,
He's
You
a
do
broken man.
3 provoke against him. 3 stress.
oh wow.
He just doesn't resist.
Then he's washing his hands, and he doesn't even stick around to dry them.
Wow.
Chapel's not emotionally intelligent, so once there's a tracking shot of him watching him go, his head swiveling, and then he goes, and then it's a reverse shot of Chapel standing there, and then he just starts pumping his arms and like jumping up and down.
Yes, I did it! Yes!
Oh my god.
Got him!
And then someone walks out of the third stall.
Oh. Oh no.
All right. Who's next?
Oh, you or me, Cade.
I will point out, everybody, that your after credit scene is not going to be when you guys anytime after you meet Lakes. So.
Okay.
Because that is going to be next campaign.
So this is like we're still on the ship after
Still on the
credits.
ship. Still on the ship
Oh,
after credits.
Okay.
No, I think Thoreau's scene is just waiting, and realizing the explosion's already happened by now. And then just opening their eyes in the dark. And just kind of letting their eyes acclimate. And the clear black scleras of their eyes just kind of focusing around the room. And that'll be it, as they reach for the helmet and put it back on.
Their
open the
narrow
door.
kitsune eyes focusing in the darkness.
Nice.
Oh.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sean, is it feasible that people on the ship could contact people on New Earth or no?
What do you want to do? What are you looking to do specifically?
I just wanted to call my dad, check in with him.
Okay.
And if I can't do that, then I want to send him a message.
I think messages are how they probably would be done. It
I
would be a thing
figured.
that would. You could send one. I don't know if anyone has watched
Squid Game.
James Cameron's
Squid Game,
Avatar.
my
I heard that's cool.
If anyone's watched fucking oh god, why am I forgetting the literal thing that I want to reference right now? I've got Serenity in my brain. That's not what I'm thinking.
Firefly?
No, what's the fucking sci-fi show that came out? Cam would know it.
Are you talking about Raised by Wolves?
No.
I didn't do that. Yeah, what are you?
The Rocinante has a ship in it. Fuck is it called?
Oh
my
know,
god.
man. Give me a premise.
The Expanse. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
The Expanse is a sci-fi show. It's really good. they send messages that take like time to actually reach where they're going.
Yeah.
Is it
Like
is it like a video message? Like I could take a
like a
message
video,
and I could
yeah.
send that? Okay, great.
It's just sent like if you send a message out into space, it would eventually reach where it's going.
So I think the final shot will be Destiny set up in the back of the ship like she normally is. Sitting up in her chair and kind of like fucking with the mechanics and then kind of nervously like rubbing her hands against her legs and then just be her saying, like, hey Dad. And then of course talking for the rest of the message, but I think that it would be a very long, it's more of a quiet shot of her talking into a camera.
She waits for Dad to respond.
Declan, I hate this. And get back to my handsome husband.
Oh.
I'm so sick of this babysitting job.
All right, and with that,
I don't have to necessarily be last.
I don't think anyone else has got anything.
Yeah,
I think you're
no,
last. I think we're there.
Well, my initial thought was that I was going to be going to a recruitment office, but given that, oh yeah, Juliet didn't go. You can go, Juliet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the only thing Allison has left to do after making her tour around the ship is going to be knocking on Thoreau's door.
Oh, interesting. Maybe that'll be it. They open the door and see you there.
Oh, hi there. It is very dark in there. Can you see in the dark?
I've always been able to see in the dark.
That's good to know. I wanted to ask you a question, or questions. I figure if you're under my care, I should probably know about you a bit more, huh?
If I do not know the answers, I can find them. What do you want to know, Allison Hendricks?
I want to know what it is that you want.
They would not readily come forward with that information, but I'm interested to see, like, do you want to keep this playing out? Or would that be it for you?
I think that's it for me for
Yeah,
now.
I like
we can always
that.
play that stuff out later.
I think we should. I like that cut a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it's like the implication when she steps in and the door closes.
Because of the implication.
Yeah, so given that we are on our way to Sea Lakes, my initial thought was that the scene would take place at like a recruitment office, but Manny will actually be inside of PTK, and he's going to be seated with his back to the actual cockpit chair, and he's going to be pulling out a footlocker and opening it up, and it's going to be all of the stuff from his wartime days, dog tags, his boots, probably some old fatigues. And he's just going to kind of thumb over the dog tags. And I imagine that there's not, like, paper applications or anything like that, but here's what there will be. Whatever, he's... Are there photographs? Are there still pictures?
Sure.
He's just going to pick up a picture of, like, his unit, like all the pilots, everybody with their little helmets standing in front of their MPs. And you're gonna finally reveal what the fuck he did belong to, and he was former NEF. And just a look of steel resolve on his face as he keeps the dog tags in his hand, but closes the footlocker and stands.
Cool. The end.
Golden wrap.